Hey everyone, this is AJ from Nomad Nesters, and this is our review of our time in Vermont. We stayed at the Quechee Valley Gorge, Quechee Gorge KOA. Super nice KOA, great service, great site placing, great connections, Wi-Fi, customer service. Highly recommend this. This is in a pretty good area. It's very central to all the eclectic little places you want to go. This is a view of the Quechee Gorge, which they call their Vermont Grand Canyon, right on the bridge, a couple of miles from our RV park. Just stunning, absolutely gorgeous. We had lunch at the Simon Pierce restaurant right on a mill. So gorgeous, such a great area. We went to the Vermont Institute and Natural Science Center, which is also 2 or 3 miles from that KOA. Saw our first bald eagle, which was unbelievable. I couldn't believe how enormous this bald eagle was. They have quite the collection of owls. This is a bird sanctuary, so these owls and these birds have been injured. They can't survive on their own. They were treated like royalty for sure. They had this great nature walk and a tree canopy, which was really cool. You don't see this every day where you're kind of on a trail and a canopy. Really cool. It's worth the stop. It's probably a good place to do a little picnic as well. We highly recommend that. We had dinner at the public house, great food and awesome customer service. This is our waitress who was just phenomenal. We thought she was a sweetheart. She was great. But of course, we're here for the cool towns, and this is Woodstock. This was by far our favorite little town in Vermont out of all the places we got to see while we were here. It is worth the trip. As a matter of fact, a little bed and breakfast stopover in Woodstock, I would highly recommend. I wish we could have had the day. They had lots of events going on that day, which was really cool. This is worth a stop. This was one of the most quaint little towns I've been to in my life. So highly recommend Woodstock if you can make sure you make a stopover in this little town. But driving from town to town was amazing in all of these little stops. This is Calvin Coolidge's historic site in Plymouth. We didn't know much about this president, but we left very well informed. He grew up in very humble means in the middle of Vermont in a village. In a farming community. This is actually the home he was born in. It was kind of cool, and this is where he was married, in this village, in Plymouth Village. This is where he went to school until he was a teenager, and then went to boarding school for high school. On the way out, we went to Chester, Vermont, and had lunch at this Fullerton Inn. Really, 2 thumbs up on this place. It was a great lunch. We really loved it. Sat right on a plantation porch like we were back in the old times. A cute little town, worth a drive through. Check it out. Maybe shop a little bit along their strip there. We highly recommend this area. We made a little stopover to Grafton, Vermont. It's a very small town, a couple of stores, but really quaint and worth kind of stopping over and kind of checking out this cool town with great architecture and great river running right through the town. Like most of these Vermont villages have these beautiful streams and rivers running through them. After this, we kind of drove up to Westin, Vermont, another really cool town. We had some ice cream here. We went to this really cool mill museum that had a gorgeous waterfall mill. Great retired tourists that kind of showed us around. They were really, really wonderful men. This was just so scenic. I mean, this is just, look at that. It's a postcard. Just absolutely stunning scenery. I mean, it's just beautiful. We particularly liked Manchester. This was second to Woodstock, I would think. Just very postcard worthy, more high end, much larger, and that quaint Vermont feel. This would be another good bed and breakfast stay. We had lunch here at the Old Ye Tavern, which we highly recommend. Get dinner reservations there, guys. It was cool. The last stop was Battleboro, Vermont. This is also a much larger town. We got to stop there for dinner, exhausted after a long day of touring these towns, but we just enjoyed this area so much. We ate at the Whetstone Beer Company. Definitely worth a visit. Hey guys, make sure you subscribe to us on Nomad Nesters. We'd really appreciate it if you're loving these videos. Happy travel.